So, you're looking for a dog trainer in North Las Vegas. It can feel like a huge job, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. We're going to walk through exactly what you need to look for so you can feel really confident about the choice you make for you and your furry friend.
Having a well-trained dog is about so much more than just sit and stay. It's really about having a partner, a confident buddy you can actually take with you anywhere. This is all about building a bond that lets both of you enjoy everything North Las Vegas has to offer without the stress. Okay, so what makes training a dog here different? Well, a really good local trainer gets it. They understand the North Las Vegas landscape. We're talking everything from our bustling parks to the unique challenges of the desert, like the heat and maybe even some of the local wildlife you might run into. And that's why good training is about so much more than basic commands. It's about skills for your real life here. I mean, picture this, your dog walking calmly through a super busy spot like Craig Ranch Regional Park, or staying totally focused even with all the traffic on Las Vegas Boulevard North. That's what we're aiming for. That's the kind of practical training a great professional will give you.
All right, so how do you actually pick a good trainer out from the rest? It really boils down to two key things: the methods they're using and the certifications they have to prove they know their stuff.
The gold standard in modern, humane training is something called positive reinforcement. The idea is super simple. You reward the behavior you want to see again. We're talking treats, praise, a favorite toy, whatever your dog loves. It's great because it's not just about teaching commands. It actually builds a stronger bond and makes learning genuinely fun for your dog. Now, let's talk about those certifications. You'll see a bunch of letters, and they can look a little intimidating, but they're really important. For instance, CPDT-KA means Certified Professional Dog Trainer Knowledge Assessed. Basically, it proves they've passed a big exam on training theory and techniques. Seeing these credentials is a good sign that a trainer is serious about their education and committed to using modern, science-based methods. And this is a really crucial point. Any trainer who relies on fear, pain, or intimidation, well, those methods are just outdated and can be harmful. They can actually make things worse, leading to anxiety or even aggression. A good trainer's job is to build your dog's confidence, not to break their spirit. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's get into the practical stuff. We're talking about the different types of training you can get and, of course, what it all costs. This will help you find what works best for your dog and your budget. So you've basically got two main paths. First, there are group classes. These are awesome for socialization and teaching your dog to focus when there are other dogs and people around, which is a huge skill to have, right? Plus, they're usually easier on the wallet. Then you've got private lessons. These are perfect for zeroing in on specific issues that happen at home, like going crazy when the doorbell rings or reactivity in the backyard. And speaking of budget, here's a look at what you can expect to pay for training here in North Las Vegas. As you can see, there's a pretty wide range. Puppy classes and group obedience are on the lower end, while things like private packages or a board and train, where your dog stays with the trainer, are more of an investment. This should give you a good ballpark idea of the costs involved. All right, so you've narrowed it down to a few trainers. Now comes the consultation. Think of this as your chance to interview them. Coming in with the right questions is going to make all the difference in feeling good about your final choice. First up, you want to get right to the heart of their philosophy. Ask them straight up, what training methods do you use, and how do you make sure the sessions stay positive and low stress for the dog? And please, don't feel weird about asking to see their certifications. Any real pro will be proud to show you. Next, you want to ask about the actual program. How are they going to tailor it to your dog and your life here in North Las Vegas? Ask them how you'll both track your dog's progress. And here's a big one. If you're dealing with a more serious behavior issue, ask if they're willing to work with your veterinarian. That's a huge sign of a true professional. And last but not least, let's talk logistics. Make sure you're clear on the total cost. No surprise fees later. Also, ask what you need to do between sessions. Your practice at home is a huge part of the process. And a great question is whether they offer a free or low-cost evaluation, so you can meet and see if the chemistry is right before you commit. Getting your dog trained isn't just about making your life easier, it's also about being a good dog owner in our community. So let's quickly touch on some of the local rules and resources here in North Las Vegas. First things first, licensing your dog. It's required here for any dog over 4 months old. It's super simple, really, just 3 steps. Make sure their rabies shot is up to date, register them with the city's animal control, and then you'll get their license tag. That's it. There are a couple of other key rules to keep in mind. We have a leash law, so your dog needs to be on a leash in public unless you're in a designated dog park. That rabies vaccine we mentioned, it's required by law. And good training really helps with things like nuisance laws, especially when it comes to stuff like excessive barking.
So, once you start training, where can you go to practice all these new skills? Well, here are some great local spots. Nevada Trails Dog Park is perfect for working on recall in a safe, fenced-in area. If you need to work on focus with lots of distractions, Craig Ranch is your place. And for a quieter, more low-key session, maybe when you're just starting out, check out Keel Ranch or Floyd Lamb Park.
Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's about getting to that place where you have a confident, happy dog that you can truly trust no matter what situation North Las Vegas throws at you. So good luck with your search. Remember, having that well-trained dog is just going to make everything better. Your time at home, visits with family and friends, and just getting out and enjoying all the great things about living in North Las Vegas. It really makes life more relaxing and fun for everyone.